wheel rollout. So this is a great exercise for the entirety of the abdominals. It's going to really work a little bit of everything. This is a very commonly screwed up exercise that often causes injury. So a lot of people end up messing their back up on it because they do it wrong. So when we do this exercise, the most common mistake that people make that causes injury is they go too far out, further than they can actually control, and then they drop their hips down, cause a lot of compression and a lot of problems with the spine. This is what that looks like. If I go too far out and then I drop my hips, that's a lot of pain in the back. Causes a lot of tension right here in the lower back. That's going to cause a lot of pain. That's going to eventually lead to injury, and it's certainly not doing you any favors for your abdominals or your core. It's not really working a lot of anything there. So we want to make sure that we don't go too far, too fast. Use a range of motion that you can control. Make sure that you can keep these abdominals tight. So I have my ab wheel roller, I have my pad for my knees to protect myself. I'm not going to go too far too fast and drop my hips. What I want to do instead is, before I even start the movement, I want to make sure my pelvis is right underneath me in a nice neutral position. I don't want it tucked too far where I'm completely rounded over on my back, but I don't want it pushed back either where I have all this compression on my lower back. So make sure you're in a nice neutral position. Once you get to that neutral position, pull your navel in towards your spine and start to tighten up this core. So you pull that navel in towards the spine, you tighten up these glutes. Now I'm locked in here nice and tight. Once I'm locked in here nice and tight, I can grab my ab wheel and I can put it on the ground. Now I can start to roll out, keeping that core nice and tight, keeping those glutes tight. Extend, 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 extend. And then drive the wheel right back where you started. So again, keeping that core nice and tight, making sure that back stays nice and level the entire time. As you start to get tired, it's going to be harder and harder. Make sure you don't, again, go out too far and then start to drop those hips. If the hips start to dive down and you can't contract your abdominals anymore, you can't hold that neutral pelvis, then the set is over. I'll show you a couple more reps, just for example. So I'm down, I pull that navel in towards the spine, I tighten up my core, my glutes are tight, my shoulder blades are down and back, I roll out. Now, once you get to that point, if you want to get a little more advanced with this exercise, you can pick your feet up, and that's going to create a lot more tension on the abdominals. That's going to look like this. Last tip on this exercise, make sure you're holding your breath as you go out. You don't want to be breathing when you're fully extended and your arms are way out there, because you're trying to keep your core as tight as possible. If you're trying to breathe at the same time, you're going to be consistently changing the pressure that's protecting your spine, and that's not going to be good for your lower back either. So make sure you stay safe during this exercise, but it's a great exercise for the full abdominals. This is the ab wheel rollout.